Today I want to break down something that changed my life, and that's how I built a career without stepping into a traditional 9 to 5. No office, no boss, no commute, just a online service-based business that lets me work on my terms and pay my bills. In this video I'm going to show you why online business works, how to find a service that fits you, how to sell it, and most importantly, how to stay consistent and make this work long term. This isn't quit your job and make 10K per month overnight fluff. It's real, it's doable, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Let's start with the big question: why online business? There are thousands of different business models out there, but online services are different, especially when you're starting from scratch. No investors, no office space, no inventory. You can literally build a profitable business with just your skills, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. And the best part, services like social media management, video editing, virtual assistants, advertising have almost zero overhead. You're not buying products, waiting on shipments, or stocking shelves. Especially in the beginning, you're selling your time, your knowledge, and your execution. And in today's world, every business needs help online. It doesn't matter if you are a dentist in Iowa or a restaurant in New York City. They all need content, traffic, and results. The internet is kind of the great equalizer in all of this. You don't need a fancy degree, you just need a skill and the drive to get clients. That's pretty much where I started. I'm not a genius, I didn't have any crazy connections, I just figured out how to be useful and sold that. You don't even need to be a master at scaling businesses. There are a lot of businesses out there that'll pay you to just help them get started. For example, a lot of my clients over the past couple of years have been older businesses that haven't even tapped into the online world yet, so they've paid me for months and months and months to set up their social media, start creating content, and manage their accounts. Alright, let's say you're sold. Now you're like, I want to start an online business, but what do I offer? That's where most people get stuck because they feel like they need to pick the perfect thing right away. You don't. You really just need to pick one thing that you can help with and start. Let me walk you through how I figured this out. Number one is start with your interests and stuff that you're already good at. For me, I got lucky in that I had a good friend that started a similar business, so I got introduced to it that way. But for you, I can be that friend, and you have more than enough resources on the internet to get started. Number two is ask yourself, what do people already pay for? Businesses pay for results, so anything that helps them save time, make more money, or get more attention is super valuable to them. Number three is don't be afraid to start more general and then niche down. A lot of people pitch that you need to be working with one certain type of business offering this very specific service for them, but especially when you're starting out, going more general gives you a much wider pool of potential clients to work with. You don't need to know everything, you just need to be one step ahead of the client, learn fast, deliver results, and keep improving. And if you're truly stuck, a good method to use is to go on Upwork or Fiverr and start browsing around and see what people are selling on there and what businesses are paying for. Now let's talk about the hardest part for most people, and that is getting clients. So you've picked your service, now what? This is where most people give up because, let's be honest, selling is definitely uncomfortable at first. But here's the truth, selling is just helping someone solve a problem. There are three main ways that I sold my services early on. Number one is cold outreach, so I would make a simple list of businesses with their phone numbers or their Instagram accounts, and I would start calling them or messaging them. If you want to go back on my channel, I have a ton of videos of me cold calling pretty early on. Most didn't respond. A lot said no, but there are very few that said yes, and that's all I needed. Number two is Upwork, and this was an absolute game changer for me and still is to this day. Upwork is a platform where companies hire all sorts of digital service providers. What's great about Upwork is the companies are coming on there looking for people that provide the services that you do, as opposed to cold calling where you're just calling up a random business that has never heard of you, doesn't know you, and is probably not looking for the service that you offer. I started to send out proposals on Upwork, slowly got a few clients, slowly started to build my history, And over a couple of years, I now have a ton of history on that platform. I've worked with a bunch of clients and I've gotten a bunch of good reviews there, so my profile is in very good standing and it continues to be a really good way to get clients for my business. If you're interested in learning more about how I use Upwork to get clients and you'd like to be coached by me, definitely click the first link in the description. And number 3 is referrals. So once you start working with a few companies, you can start to ask them for referrals, or if they have friends that are also business owners that can use your services too. A lot of the time you don't even have to ask. If you provide really good results for your clients, then they'll start talking about you and the referrals will start coming in on their own. Okay, now that you know what you have to do, here's where it gets real. A lot of people will start, but very few will stick with it. You will have moments where you doubt yourself. You'll send 100 emails, make 50 calls, and hear nothing back. You'll lose clients, you'll get ghosted after great meetings, but this is where consistency separates the winners from everybody else. Show up daily, even when you're not motivated, especially if you're not seeing results yet. The results compound, but only if you keep going. This life is not always easy, but it's worth it. I'm not here to promise Lambos or passive income while you sleep. I'm here to tell you that if you stick with this, learn a skill, and consistently offer value, you can build a career that does not rely on a 9-to-5. But you've got to be in it for the long haul. Some weeks or months, you'll be working and making zero money. And eventually down the line, you'll find that client that pays you $1,500, $2,500, or $3,000 a month for your services. You'll question yourself, you'll grow, you'll have to keep learning, adapting, and showing up. But that's what makes it fulfilling. You're not just building income, you're building independence. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Start with one skill, offer it, sell it, get better at it, and most importantly, stick with it. That's pretty much how I did it. No magic formula, just consistent effort. So again, if you want to learn more about how I grow my business through Upwork, click the first link in my description. I appreciate you watching this video. Keep building your businesses, and I will catch you in the next one.